Right, news just in this afternoon, the Dubai prosecution team has released Sridevi's body. Dubai police has handed over letters of the release along with the mortal remains, so the family can now proceed for the embalming procedure. Let's get a word from our executive editor Gaurav Sawant, who's with us on the phone line from Dubai. Gaurav, almost 3 days after her death, Sridevi's body has now been handed over by the police authorities.
The government has just given its clearance for the body to be released. Even as we speak, the letter is now being sent out to the Dubai police station. Subsequently, now that the prosecution has given its clearance, the body will be released from the mortuary where I'm standing at this point of time. And from here, it will be taken to hospital for embalming. That is the due procedure. That will take a couple of hours and then it can be sent back. So there is a special aircraft that is standing by at the Dubai airfield, and that aircraft will take Sridevi's mortal remains along with her family back to India. So if all goes well from this point on, it's likely to take another 4 to 5 hours for the embalming and other paperwork. That paperwork includes the cancellation of her passport, the issuance of a death certificate, and orders for movement of the mortal remains. All of that is likely to take the next couple of hours, and then her body can be sent back to India.
All right, so Gaurav Sawant, executive editor, reporting from Mumbai. Sridevi's body has now been handed over to hospital authorities, who will start the embalming process that takes about 3 to 4 hours, following which the body will be handed over to her family. We believe her husband Bonnie Kapoor is in Dubai. The family will then bring the body back to Mumbai. Gaurav has been getting us the latest from Dubai. Gaurav, still a lot of questions about the delay in handing over the body for the embalming procedure, considering that the death certificate had been released yesterday afternoon.
Simi, we also spoke to people who are in the know of the law here in Dubai, and any unnatural death that takes place outside a hospital, it takes between 48 to 72 hours. And if there are some, suspicion, if there is any, the investigations could take up to a week. So in this case, it hasn't taken a week, but it did take 3 days. It's 36 hours after Sridevi died at the hotel. The entire process took 3 days, and on the third day, this clearance has come from the prosecution department. The police carries out the procedure. Here is that the police carries out its investigation. Subsequently, then the prosecution takes a call on whether more investigations are required, and if not, and in this case, apparently more investigations are not required. That is why the prosecution department has given the clearance for the body to be sent for being embalmed.
All right, Gaurav, stay with us. Sushant Mehta is also with us live. He has a question for you. Sushant, go ahead.
Gaurav, a lot of conspiracy theories were floating around. What time did Bonnie Kapoor meet Sridevi? What time did she leave for that bath when she drowned in the bathtub? What can you tell us about all that, and what was all the hullabaloo about now that the body has finally been released?
So there were many conspiracy theories because it was taking time, and also perhaps because there was lack of information about the due process of law and procedure here in Dubai. But since morning, we've been speaking to a number of officials who know the procedures here. And the Indian, I spoke to Vipul, our Consul General in Dubai. I also interacted with Navdeep Suri, our ambassador at the UAE. And once a person knows the procedure that is followed here in Dubai, it's very clear. In case there is a death that takes place outside the hospital, then there is a due process that is followed in terms of a police investigation, and after a police investigation, then there is the prosecution department that looks at all the evidence that has been gathered, and the prosecution department, which is a separate independent department of the government, once that gives a green light, only then further action can be taken, and the green light has just come in. Even as we speak, these letters are being sent out now to the police, who will then order the hospital to remove the body from the mortuary where we are. Then the body will be taken to the hospital for embalming, and only then the body will be sent back to India.
Right, big development here in the Sridevi death case. Gaurav Sawant reporting from Dubai, telling us that the body is now being handed over for the embalming procedure. We have our entertainment editor Sushant Mehta, who's with us live in our studios. We have Padmja Joshi, who's with us live from outside Anil Kapoor's residence in Mumbai. Gaurav, one more question to you. Now that the body has been handed over for embalming, what's the kind of timeline that we're looking at? The procedure, I believe, takes about 3 to 4 hours, following which the body will then be handed over to the family.
You're absolutely right. It's 1 o'clock, 10 minutes past 1 here in Dubai. Now that the order has just come in, the department where we are, they will go through the paperwork and they will then send the body for embalming, which takes place at a location which is about 10 kilometers from where we are. So the body now moves from here to a separate facility where the embalming process takes place. Simultaneously, what I'm being told by officials here, the death certificate will be issued, no objection certificate will be issued, the passport will be cancelled, and a clearance will be given for the body to be taken on board that special aircraft that's been standing by for the past 3 days. And then, along with Sridevi's family members, her husband Bonnie Kapoor, 2 other relatives, and I believe Arjun Kapoor also checked in this afternoon. All of them are likely to fly back with the body. It could take 3 to 4 hours from this point on. So later this evening, if all goes well and if there is no other situation, then the body is likely to be repatriated to India by later this evening.
Let Gaurav stay on with us. We also have Padmja Joshi, who's with us live from outside Anil Kapoor's residence. In fact, Sridevi's daughters are also there at Anil Kapoor's residence. Celebrities have been coming there to pay their tribute to the actor. Padmja, the kind of timeline that Gaurav is talking about, it seems that if the body is in fact released to Anil Kapoor, or rather Bonnie Kapoor, this evening, we're looking at a cremation only by tomorrow morning.
Which also, according to investigators and the police in Dubai, is fairly common and is routine, something that is done for a foreign national who dies on their soil. So that being said, yes, initially the only question that a lot of people here were asking, why wasn't this made apparent to the family right at the outset? Remember, they were preparing for all the formalities of a cremation yesterday, even the day before that. So they seem to be under the impression that the release of the mortal remains should not take more than a couple of hours. Yes, there's a process to be followed, but maybe the family could have been taken into confidence earlier. Now that this news has come out, you have, of course, over the last few hours, several people who visited. Vahida Rehmanji was here. Akshay Kumar has just gone in. Kamal Hassan was there yesterday late at night when most of the media had also left. Shah Rukh Khan made an appearance. So all of these people, one by one, coming, they've already been in touch with the family. I'm assuming that in the next few hours, as the whole process is completed for the mortal remains to be repatriated to India, the closer group of friends is also going to come in, but it has been a fairly regular process. Ranveer Deepika, for example, yesterday also among those who had come in.
Right, Padmja, stay on with us. Let's listen in to this ground report that our executive editor Gaurav Sawant is sending for us from Dubai.
The prosecution department has given a green light. They have ordered the release of Sridevi's body. So the body is lying here at the mortuary behind me. Now that the prosecution has given the Dubai police station the green light, they will now release the body. It will now go for embalming and then for its subsequent journey back to India. So this is the big story. As of now, the prosecution says the body can be released by the police. Does this mean they suspect no foul play? Well, the indication is that they do not want to retain the body anymore and that the body will be released. So now her passport will be cancelled, the body will be sent for embalming. That process takes a couple of hours and subsequently the body can be repatriated to India. Gaurav Sawant in Dubai for India Today.
All right, let's also get in a word from Mustafa Sheikh, who's with us live from outside Sridevi's residence in Mumbai. Mustafa, take us through what's happening there on the ground. Have a lot of fans been gathering outside Sridevi's bungalow to find out what's happening there? When will her body arrive? We're now being told that it's been sent for embalming and it's likely to reach Mumbai by later this evening.
Yes, of course, as the news of her body being released spreads, the fan will again, come on this bungalow where all the preparations for the last rites have already been made. What we are being told is that once the body comes to Mumbai, it will be kept at this bungalow for people to see her for the last time, and then from here it will be taken to the Pawan Hans crematorium, which is around 3 to 5 kilometers distance. There the last rites which are due to take place, and let us remind you that yesterday it was being said by the authorities that the embalming process takes place only from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. after which only this body will be handed over. So now we are yet to get the clear timing as to what time the body will reach Mumbai. But as the news spreads, because a lot of people, a lot of fans are waiting. It's a hot day in Mumbai, but people were still coming out waiting. There was a lot of curiosity as we were also standing. A lot of people were asking as to when will the body return to Mumbai, and finally when it's happening, in some time you will see a lot of crowd gathering outside here. Back to you.
All right, Mustafa, stay on with us. Let's also get a word from our entertainment editor, Sushant Mehta, who's with us live from our studio. Sushant, it's been a long wait for the family. The public, the news of the demise was announced by Yash Raj Films early on Sunday morning or Saturday late night, I believe. And it's Tuesday now, and fans and family members are waiting for her mortal remains to be brought back to Mumbai for the last rites.
Yes, huge sigh of relief, I think, for the family. And also on social media, to put it crudely, there was this post-mortem going on what really happened in Sridevi's case. All these conspiracy theories doing the round. Why is the body not being released? And we have been reporting that, this is normal procedure. It takes time for the body to be released because authorities have to go through the whole drill. There's a forensic report that comes out, and there's a prosecution which details the case. So all of that had to happen. We also know that Arjun Kapoor left for Dubai today in the morning. YRF also released that statement. Arjun is with Boni, also Sanjay Kapoor, Boni Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor. Now 4 to 5 hours we've heard that the prosecution will take all these embalming and the other procedures will take place, the passport cancellation, etc. And then I think by late night today, by midnight, 11 or 12 today, the body should reach India. And tomorrow, you expect all the celebrities over there, see me, because remember, she was the #1 actress in Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam and Hindi cinema. The one of its kind superstar of superstars, Sridevi.
Absolutely, truly one of India's first and most successful pan-India superstars, as we're calling her. We have Gaurav Sawant, executive editor, who's with us live on a link from Dubai. Gaurav, you've been bringing us updates from the ground. You've told us that the body has now been sent for embalming. There's still about 4 to 5 hours before the family can will receive the body, and then you're telling us there's a chartered plane that's waiting to take Sridevi's mortal remains and bring them back to Mumbai.
Simi, I'm at the General Department of Forensic Sciences and Criminology. This is the Forensic Medicine Department of the Dubai government. This is where the body is at this point of time. This is where the morgue is. The order has just been issued by the Prosecution Department, which is about 10 kilometers away from here. From there, the order will be sent to the morgue. It hasn't yet arrived here. We were the first to break the story, considering, as soon as they informed Government of India, we were in the loop on all the latest developments that were taking place. The order has still not been received here where we are at this point of time. So as soon as the order arrives here, they will then start the process of releasing the body from the morgue for it to be taken to the department where the embalming takes place, which again is about a couple of kilometers away from here. We've been speaking to officials who seem to indicate that if all goes well, this process, could be over by later this evening for the body to be repatriated. Then remember, there's a 3.5-hour long flight back to India. So the body reaches India only perhaps late night if all goes well from this point on. In case there is any other development, we would be, in case there are any changes or any other development, we would be the first to report that on India Today. So as of now, the order has been issued. The order implementation hasn't started on ground.
Like Gaurav Sawant there reporting from Dubai. Gaurav got us that first news break that the prosecution department has now decided to hand over the body to hospital authorities for the embalming procedure. We also have Sahil Joshi, who's with us live from Mumbai. Sahil, it seems that the family was aware of the timeline, as Sushant is also telling us that Arjun Kapoor flew to Dubai only today and has now joined Bonnie Kapoor. It seems that even though there were conspiracy theories being floated around by everyone, the family knew that the procedure would take some time, and now that they're closer to getting access to the body, the entire family sort of collected in Dubai and will be receiving her.
Yeah, Simi, and as Gaurav was mentioning, it will take around 3 to 4 hours to act when finally the body or the mortal remain will be received by the family members, because now it will go for the embalming. After that, the cancellation of the passport and other paperwork will be done, which of course as embassy yesterday, when the Indian ambassador from Dubai was mentioning on India Today that all that process can be expedited. Still it will take at least 3 to 4 hours for more that the body will be actually uploaded on the flight, with the special flight, the chartered flight which has been sent by Anil Ambani and which is at the Dubai airport at this point of time. So the family here, I am standing at Anil Kapoor's residence, where Bonnie and Sridevi's elder daughter Janvi is here at this point of time, where all the Bollywood celebrities, their friends and family are coming here to meet Janvi. So here right now they are just waiting, because finally when the body will be handed over, then it will take another 4 hours for the body to reach Mumbai. So it looks like that finally the funeral will happen tomorrow. We are yet to hear from the family. The last communication family had with media, that was day before yesterday, when they themselves were not aware of the whole paperwork they have to go through, the processes they have to go through. Finally, it normally takes 2 to 3 days, and in this case also it has taken the same time. Especially in the case of unnatural deaths, the authorities take more precaution before finally releasing the letter to allow family to take the body back to the country they reside in. So it's going to take a little bit of more time, but now it's very clear that by today night the body will be in Mumbai, and tomorrow it's likely that the funeral will happen. Simi.
All right, that's the timeline that we're looking at. Gaurav Sawant there reporting from Dubai. We have Panja Joshi and Sahil Joshi who are with us live from Mumbai. We have our entertainment editor Sushant Mehta who's with us live in our studios. Gaurav, to you again, the death certificate was handed over to the family yesterday afternoon, and it said that the cause of death was accidental drowning. Of course, there's a timeline or a sequence of events that's been put together by authorities there, and there have been details shared by the family as well. Can you once again take us, can you recap the sequence of events for us that led to Sridevi's death?
What we now know is, Sridevi with her family, they were all here for a wedding in the family. Once the wedding got over, some of the guests went back home. Bonnie Kapoor also returned to India. Sridevi stayed back. Her sister, incidentally, stays here in Dubai. She has a huge fan following here in Dubai. And in fact, in the United Arab Emirates, there's a very, very large Indian community south of the Vindhyas who stay here. Apparently, she wanted to spend some time with her sister. She wanted to spend some time with her maternal family. Bonnie Kapoor, from what we are told, decided to give her a surprise. He went back to Dubai. When he went to her room, they were supposed to go out for dinner. When she went to get ready, apparently, and that is where investigations, we are still waiting for more clarity, because the postmortem report says it was death due to accidental drowning. Apparently, she hit her head against the bathtub, drowned accidentally. More details are awaited on that. Again, there is still more, there's lack of clarity on who the first responders were and what happened. But the fact that the prosecution department, and this is very clear, the police carries out independent investigation and then it submits its investigation report to the prosecution department. The prosecution department then analyzes all the evidence based on the toxicology report, the blood report, other bits of information in terms of questioning of hotel staff, first responders, Bonnie Kapoor. All of them were questioned, all of them were spoken to by the investigators, and subsequently, even as we speak, just about half an hour back, they took the decision after analyzing all bits of information and evidence to order the repatriation of the body or for the body to be sent for embalming. That is what we know at this point of time. Now, where we are at the General Department of Forensic Sciences and Criminology, from this point on, as soon as the paperwork arrives here. The paperwork is still to reach here. Once the paperwork arrives here, a hearse will then carry her mortal remains for embalming to the hospital, and then for the next action, which is repatriation of that body back to India.
Gaurav Sawant, executive editor, reporting from Dubai. We also have Padma Joshi, who's with us live from outside Anil Kapoor's residence. Padma, it's been an anxious wait for the family. We believe Sridevi's daughters are also there at Anil Kapoor's residence. The family understandably huddled there in the time of grief, and we believe Bollywood A-listers, there's been a constant stream of Bollywood stars who've been coming to pay their condolences.
That's right, and hopefully now that the all clear has been given from the public prosecutor to release the body to the family, and that embalming should take place in just a while from now, it is going to be a huge relief for the family in particular. Of course, the uncertainty of when this repatriation could happen, the attendant speculation, some even insinuation that happened over the last few hours could have only made things a little difficult for them, but luckily for them, they've had friends, family members constantly streaming in. We've seen a lot of young people who I'm assuming would be friends of the two young daughters of Sridevi also staying here almost through the day, in addition of course to the film stars, because there are two very young children who are inside, and it must be a scary time for them, even with all the adults around. So luckily there are a lot of friends who have also stayed inside. But if I could just ask Gaurav one question, if he can hear me, are there any details of the forensic report or the viscera report? Because there was this entire confusion about whether there was a cardiac arrest at all or not. That was the initial report, but then we heard about the accidental drowning. Does the forensic report give any more details about that?
All right, we'll try and reconnect with our team of reporters in just a bit. Gaurav Sawant there reporting from Dubai, Padma Joshi and Sahil Joshi live with us from Mumbai. We also have our entertainment editor Sushant Mehta, who's with us live from our studios. Will be back in just a bit. To stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.